Hi, I am Tammy Demirza and I am the Freedom Alchemist. I am doing this video from Cancun, Mexico right now to use an opportunity to share with you what my life is like and some of the things that occur in my life so that you will know that I go through things that you go through and how I use them. I really do practice what it is that I teach to all of my clients. So let me tell you that in coming here, I was and am a traveling companion for my previous boyfriend. We knew that the relationship was over, but since I had introduced him to Tony J. Salimi and the Vital Planning for Elevated Living, he decided to do it. And as a way to gift me for such a wonderful opportunity and me introducing and hooking him up and the wonderful things that Tony had told him he was going to do with him, I was going to get to come and work on my next book or series of books. So I walk into this beautiful space. It's a wonderful hotel. It's absolutely gorgeous. And as soon as I walked in, I heard intuitively, you're not going to be writing that much on the book. You're going to be recuperating. I had no idea what that meant. Well, Tony had a surprise for us the very next day, and he took us zip lining. For those of you that might be following Tony J. Salimi, you'll actually see this. You can go to his his website. You can go to his Facebook. You can go to YouTube's, and you'll probably see videos of me with no makeup. And we never know what we're going to do and when we're going to do it. At the end of that time together, doing the zip lining and then going to the Cenotes, the last one had a 55-foot platform and a 70-foot platform that we could jump off. I decided to do it. First of all, when you're almost 60, well, I'll be 60 in October. When you're 60 years old, you probably should not be considering, I still think of myself as a kid. I mean, my mindset is let's play, let's jump, let's run, let's do things. But I'm realizing that the body goes, yeah, not so much. So I'm standing on this 55-foot platform and I'm going to jump. And then I get scared and then I back off and then I go forward and then I back off. And I had on my life jacket and I'm hearing my coach, my good friend, Tony J. Salimi saying, take the life jacket off. And I looked at the tour guide and I said, there's no way in hell I'm taking this off. I'm not jumping 55 feet without a life jacket. That proved to be the worst possible thing that I could have done. So let me tell you what happened. I jump in, and the propelling motion of jumping so fast, you know, the weight of the body and gravity was pulling me down into the water. I would have been fine had I not had on the life jacket because I made a straight fall. However, the life jacket, once it got down to a certain feet, like 5 feet or so, I felt it propelling me upwards. So then the spine and the life jacket, I heard my spine pop. And I felt the pain of the muscles around. And I could not breathe. And so what ended up happening is I get really quiet when I'm hurt. I go in, and guys, I want to tell you something that I did. I've done this so much in my life that before I could even breathe, because I had the wind knocked out of me, before I could even breathe, I said, what is this about and how can I use it? And I remembered walking into this hotel room and hearing, you're here to recuperate and you're here to do some deeper work. Know this, anytime you are a teacher, anytime you think about writing a book, it's just like being pregnant. When you're pregnant, women know what I'm talking about. When you're pregnant, you go through the gamut of thoughts and feelings and emotions come up and the preparations of, you know, your life changing and there's a baby for you to take care of and will the baby be healthy and will you be equipped and all of the fears that go into it. It's very much like that when you are birthing a book, or in my case now, a series of books all on relationships. So it's fascinating, and I know this, that whenever I get ready to do something, I am going to get the fodder. I am going to get the opportunity to live through things in order to talk about it with you, in order to share it in books. So I am using it immediately. I'm not speaking to anyone. People are clapping and yelling because I was the last one to jump, and I'm like, no, I'm going in already. I'm going in. And so Victor, the tour guide, jumped off of the 55-foot platform to help me. And then my ex-boyfriend did, and then Tony J. Salimi did. They all came to my aid. Having Tony as my mentor and knowing that he's a healer and knowing that my ex-boyfriend is a healer was of comfort to me, because I know that they're both intuitive. And so Tony was scanning my body to see, is there a break in the spine? I was able to move my legs. We knew that I most likely had not broken it, but there might be some kind of fracture. This week has been hell in a lot of ways, but heaven in a lot of ways. I am sitting right now with a bag of ice, the very last day that I have here. It has been an amazing experience that I've used. The pain and the suffering that I have gone through from being down on my back, not even really walking around the complex, not really knowing what this hotel has to offer, not doing anything that I thought I was going to do, like going to the gym, sitting out in the sun, getting in the whirlpool. None of that has been the case. It's been more of a week of introspection, of using it and allowing emotional things that I didn't even know were still in me in an energetic way, still in me. And this blessed ex-boyfriend of mine, Mike, was having to do chi movement on my back to help me. And as that would occur, another block would pop up. And so the pain pops up for you, a memory. And so I did a lot of crying while Mike was upstairs with Tony J. Salimi. I did a lot of crying. I did a lot of looking at my life. I did a lot of sharing with him about some of the things that were popping up in my life when we had a few moments where we were just able to have conversations. I want to tell you that if you will use, just like I did a video about a guy named Daryl, if you will use, no matter what the pain is, and you know that there's not one thing that is happening to you that is not on purpose. I didn't get upset that I brought my gym clothes and I didn't get to go to the gym. I didn't get upset that I couldn't have massages, because I was looking at this as a week of pampering and work. I didn't get upset that I didn't get as much done about my book, because I did. If you look at it from the perspective of preparations, and what things have to be in alignment with you in your emotional and physical realm in order for you to get through something, the non-physical see so much more than we do, so much more than I do. I have done this work so long that my immediate response, before I even popped up to the surface and realized you can't breathe, I'm already doing it, saying, what is this about? How do I use it? How do I get free? Remembering that I was told as soon as I walked in this room, you're going to be working, but it's not necessarily on the book. I did get some moments to do some work on the book, or a series of books. It's about relationships. And I did get to talk to Tony at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That was the only time I really left the room, other than yesterday. My back was good enough that he planned an excursion for Mike, and Mike got to go swim with whale sharks. I did jump in, but the one time I jumped in, I was missing it. There was something wrong with my eye thing was too loose, and I was just sucking in water through my nose. So I just stopped and went, nope, I'm just going to stay on the boat. I'm just going to watch these whale sharks from this perspective. Not once did I get upset. Not once did I feel poor, pitiful me. If we get empowered and we start using whatever is occurring in order to grow, in order to see that all good things are really working good for us, in order to see what is this about, how do I use it, what is behind this pain. I know that even jumping off of a 55-foot platform and nobody else was hurt but me is personal for me. So use whatever is occurring. In Daryl's case, it's using the cancer to thank the body for showing him something is so off in your body that we are not going to let you not feel the pain. And as he is embracing it, the pain has gone away. As I have embraced it, the pain has gone away. Yesterday, I was able to get on a boat with a lot of jostling and even jump in the ocean with the whale shark. I'm not hurting from that. I am hurting from the activity. And I know that this pain that I'm experiencing today is just another level for me to uncover. I hope that this helps you. I hope that you look at every single thing in your life. I could have spent this time feeling so sorry for myself, going, you're in Cancun. This was a makeup thing for you. You have time to write your book. You have time to go play and go to the gym and pamper yourself. I didn't. I looked at, this is sacred. This is a sacred time for me that I have created on an unconscious level to help me. I want to thank you for joining me today. Thank you, all of you who write me on YouTube. And I appreciate, and Facebook, and I appreciate every single thing that you have to say, even the people that believe that I am some kind of scammer or that I am this awful person. I had a lady, interesting, I'll share with you. A lady wrote me the other day, and she wasn't even talking about me, and she blasted me and said, how dare you say that you channel Eric? How dare you talk to somebody's dead daughter? I didn't even do it. I don't even know who she's talking about. So I wrote her and just said, quote, what you think about me is none of my business. It's only about you, Dr. Wayne Dyer, and I only have love for you. She wrote me back and said, that's a crock of shit. Those two lines are just a crock of shit. We both know I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you. And I just wrote back and said, I only have love for you. So know that what you think about me, about Alyssa Medhouse, about Tony Salimi, about anybody that is doing the public work, I would ask you to consider something. Are you doing it? Are you putting yourself out there? Are you feeling the hatred from people that have so much hate inside themselves that they're throwing it up on you? Think about using your own pain for you. You're the one creating it. You're the one living through it. I'm the living proof. We all do it to ourselves. Let's get into it. Let's look at it. Let's ask, what is this about? Let's figure out how to make this work for us. Let's dig deeper. It's a gift. It is a gift to experience human experiences here. The pain and the joy. The lack of healing and the healing. Every single thing is here for us to experience. Namaste.